the Championship Sunday of the Northwest Athletic Conference Volleyball Championship Tournament. This is what it's all about. Both of these teams played hard all season to get to exactly this point. This one's going to feature the number 1 seed out of the West, Pierce Raiders, and the number 2 seed out of the South, or out of the East, the Spokane Sasquatch. And let's talk about these teams right now, starting with the 35-2 Spokane Sasquatch. They come into this match having only dropped 2 games all season long. Both of those losses were to the number 1 seed out of the North, the North Idaho Cardinals, and the Sasquatch, coached by Jenny Hull. Taking a look at the team, they do boast the East MVP in number 16, Lindsay Russell. Lindsay, one of 3 Russell sisters on the Spokane squad. McKenna Russell, number 15, first team all NWAC out of the East. Also on that first team NWAC, Brooklyn Reiner, first team. She wears number 5, and number 7, Jordan Schaff. Spokane and Pierce tangled back on August 24th. Spokane coming out on top 2-0. And for the Raiders, they come in 38-3, 12-0 in conference. They've only lost 16 sets all season long. We're going to open up the broadcast with the Rogers High School JROTC program, Rogers High School out of Puyallup. And then joining us to sing the national anthem will be Nicole Eskridge. Pierce looking for their first ever title. They are making their 20th appearance in the tournament. An overall record coming into this match at 18-35. There you hear the fans. The stands are packed. Spokane making their 42nd appearance in 42 tournaments, 9 titles to show for it. They've never missed a tournament, and they are 125-62 all time. Spokane started the season with 22 straight wins, and as we mentioned, their only 2 regular season losses were to their division rival, the North Idaho Cardinals, who came in the East number 1 seed. Head coach of Spokane, Jenny Hull, assisted by Kayla Straw, Kaylee Santos, and Madison Shue. For the Raiders, Co-West Region Coach of the Year, Greg Pinnell, assisted by Kenny Medlock, Autumn Duran, and Haley Williams. We will be right back right after presentation of colors and the national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight over the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through
Nicole Eskridge with our national anthem. We're going to stay with the JROTC from Rogers High School as they leave the court.
Right. Face. Forward. Mark.
High School from Puyallup, that is their JROTC program, doing a fantastic job presenting the nation's colors. And we're going to get to the public address announcer with the rosters. And while he does that, we're going to talk about how these two teams reached the point they have. Spokane undefeated in the tournament so far Thursday. They defeated the number 3 seed out of the West, Lower Columbia 3-0. They defeated the North number 1 Whatcom 3-1. And on Friday also taking out the number 3 seed out of the East, Treasure Valley 3-2. Yesterday they defeated Lane 3-2 to advance to this game. For the Raiders, a little bit of a longer route as they came out of the consolation bracket. On Thursday, they opened up the tournament, defeating Walla Walla 3-0. Friday, their first match, they defeated the Edmonds Tritons 3-0 before losing to Lane 3-0. 3 matches on Saturday, a 2-0 win over Rogue, a 2-1 win over Tacoma, and a 2-0 win over Lane, the team that sent them into the consolation bracket. And now both of these teams are here. For the Raiders out of the West, they also boast their region's MVP. That's number 2, Hattie Smith, leading the team during the regular season with 985 assists. On the first team, all NWAC out of the West, number 14, Peyton Foster, and number 15, Kaba Dur. Kaba leading the Raiders with 421 regular season kills. At the front of the net, leading the defense for Pierce, number 13, Corinne Ongley, the 6'2", freshman out of Camas, set the pace for the Raiders with 102 blocks. The Raider libero, number 26, Ainsley Eberly, a 5'7" freshman from Tumwater, led the Raiders in 2 categories, 45 aces and 379 digs during the regular season. For the Sasquatch, joining Lindsey Russell with all NWAC honors, her sister McKenna Russell, first team. Brooklyn Reiner, first team. Brooklyn leading Spokane with 351 kills. And Jordan Schaff on that second team. She leads their team with 44 aces. Other team leaders include number 11, Akon Aleyu, 85 blocks. Their libero, number 12, Alina Gallagher with 429 digs. And Lindsey Russell, a whopping 1,006 assists during the regular season. So this is it, the moment these ladies have been waiting for. The stands are packed here at the Convention Center. The R1 top the ladder is Robin Buck. Our R2 for today is Heather Johnson. And our line judges are Joe Saccaria and Julie Jones. Both teams huddled up on their respective side of the courts. There's the Pierce Raiders. They are in the near court. They'll be serving on your broadcast screen from the bottom to the top, and in the far side, the Spokane Sasquatch. Once again, the head coach is Jenny Hull for Spokane. And the West Co-Coach of the Year, Greg Fidel for Pierce. The non-starters are back to the bench. The excitement is unbelievable electric here on the 5th floor of the Tacoma Convention Center. The R2 checking the rosters. Waves in the Pierce libero, Ainsley Eberly. And now in the match for Spokane, Alina Gallagher, their libero. The ball is sent to the Pierce side. Ainsley Eberly ready to put it in play. It is Championship Sunday. Let's play some volleyball. There's the whistle from the R1. Serve from the left side of the backcourt by Eberly. Immediately Spokane goes to Schaff. That one blocked out of bounds off of Hattie Smith. The first point of our first set will go to Spokane. Lindsey Russell now ready to serve. That one picked up by Peyton Foster. Cross court for Cavador. Cava's drive dug out and a quick set that time. Lindsey Russell catching Pierce, playing close to the net, gets that one down for the point, and Spokane leads 2-0. These two teams started this process back in August, and here they are now. One will go home a champion, the other taking home the second place trophy. 3-0 is the lead for Spokane. This match, a best 3 of 5. If Spokane wins, they are the champions. And if Pierce wins this best 3 of 5, these two teams will take a quick break, and then we will have a decisive match, which will be best 2 out of 3. A double elimination tournament. Pierce having lost the lane already, whereas Spokane has not been defeated in the tournament. A double hit violation whistled against the Sasquatch, and now Pierce draws within one, 3-2, the Spokane lead. Hattie Smith, the 5'11 sophomore out of University Place, Washington, puts it in play. Aleyu with her drive. Now Pierce backcourt, played off of Gallagher, and we're tied 3-3. There you see Pierce head coach Greg Pinnell out to the sideline, setting his team. Phenomenal coaching for both of these squads. Eberly plays that one to the front of the net, tipped it back down by Schaff, and they're going to say Schaff went into the net, so that'll be another point for the Raiders. Pierce up 4-3, their first lead early in this set. Smith's next serve. Miscommunication that time on the set from Lindsey Russell, and Pierce stringing together 5 straight points now. There's a shot of the MVP of the West, Hattie Smith, as she puts the ball in play. That one out of bounds. Well read by Alina Gallagher, playing on the back row for the Sasquatch. Stepping up to serve now for Spokane, number 7, Jordan Schaff, the 5'7 sophomore from Spokane. 9 players on the Sasquatch roster hailing from the Spokane area. Cavador's attack picked up by Gallagher. That one knocked out of bounds by Kendra Pope. Pope, one of 7 players on the Spokane squad, 6 feet or taller. And the 6'1 sophomore Cavador now ready to put that one in play. Cava from Puyallup, Washington. Goes down, digs that one. Punched over by Corrine Ongley. Kendra Pope tries to go over the front wall, and Peyton Foster sends that one back to Lindsey Russell. Brooklyn Reiner, her drive knocked over the Pierce bench. And the side-out point goes to Spokane. 6-5 is the Pierce lead. Here's Alina Gallagher, 5'3", sophomore from Spokane. Cavador goes down, keeps that one in play. Now sets it to the left for Foster. Foster smacks it into the back court. McKenna Russell that time puts it down in play. We're tied, 6-6. This will be a fantastic match between these two teams. a combined 73-5. These two squads went during the regular season. Spokane now back in front by 7-6. Gallagher from dead center in her backcourt. Her running jump serve, lobbed back, played by Eberly. Pierce looking for Foster. Now played back, that one by Kendra Pope. Backcourt Commodore. Commodore puts it in. Line judge getting low to get a good look at that one. The side out point back to the Raiders as their next server, Abby Gunderson. 5'6" sophomore from Auburn. Comes on to serve from the left side. That one played by Pope. Quick set for McKenna Russell. That one played over the referee stand. And side out for Spokane. Damari Sugg in her pre-serve routine, making sure she shares a high five with all of her teammates. There she is. The 5'8" sophomore from Wenatchee. One of two players on this squad from Wenatchee. Peyton Foster, her drive played and kept in bounds that time. Tremendous hustle play from Lindsey Russell. That one goes off. Russell and Sugg down for the side out point for Pierce. We're back even, 8-8. Carly Lewis steps in to serve. From the right side this time, that one played back by Jordan Schaaf. Commodore knocks that one high up. It caught, I believe that's a speaker of some sort up there that it made contact with, redirected the path, and that made it a little difficult for Pierce to return. So a lead change again. Spokane up by 9-8. Best of 3 out of 5. The first 4 sets would be a race to 25. Must win by 2. Peyton Foster plays that back. Set by Smith. Hannah Rongen with the attack. That one punched over by Lindsey Russell. Great job reading the Pierce transition. And now Spokane up by 2. 10-8. Commodore plays that. Hattie Smith with the quick set, and that works. Almost kept in play by Damari Sugg. Ultimately, it falls to the floor, and it's a side out point for Pierce. There's number 14, Peyton Foster. Puts the ball in play, played by Schaaf. They go back set for McKenna Russell. Now Commodore drops the hammer on that one. We're tied 10-10. Both of these teams with tremendous hitters. A lot of power will be showcased today during this match. Foster sends that one back to Gallagher. Jordan Schaaf blocked by Smith up front. Foster out of the back row. Russell with the set, and there's a kill for Jordan Schaaf. Spokane with the point and back in front by 1, 11-10. And now serving one of 3 Russell sisters. That's number 15, McKenna Russell, picking up the ace. Back to a 2-point lead for the Sasquatch. Next ball played by Carly Lewis. Commodore, her drive, tipped by Akon Aleyu, goes out of bounds, side out point, Raiders. And here's Eberly, team leader with 45 regular season aces. Back set for Aleyu. They're going to say that was double hit, and now we're tied 12-12. Already several lead changes and many ties in this first set. Just under the halfway point for one of these teams. Aleyu with the kill for Spokane, Akon Alei, the 6'1 freshman from Spokane. Aside from a hard hitter, also the team leader in blocks with 85 of those. Peyton Foster plays that one towards the scores table, kept in play and dumped back over by Carly Lewis. That one driven out of the back row, but blocked at the net. Brooklyn Reiner showing her power right there. Brooklyn, the 6'2 sophomore from Libby, Montana. Nothing wrong with the recruiting for these two teams. A lot of talent on the floor as well as the bench by these squads. And they're going to say, well, I'm not sure what they're saying on that one. It's going to be a side-out point for Pierce. Pierce looked like that one. They played that one out of bounds, but the R2 caught something. I didn't get a look at the sign, and that will put Pierce up by 1, 14-13. Wind up in the kill that time by Sydney Goodall. Goodall, the lefty, brings us to a 15-13 score. Pierce on top, and we'll be back after this timeout.
If we can see things for what they are, if we can see what they could be, if the plastic we use, we never throw away. If the end of one thing could be the beginning of the next. If we know that less can create more. If we can return, we reciprocate, we regenerate. If we are here for others, if we can work as a team, all we have to do is connect, and the world opens up. The future is about giving back.
And welcome back to the Tacoma Convention Center. All the action today taking place right now on court number 1. The 2 all-star games already in the books. That one tipped over by Brooklyn Reiner. Took something off that attack, wins the side-out point back to the Sasquatch as they serve trailing by 1. Jordan Shaw, the Spokane leader with 44 aces during the regular season, ready to put that one in play. That one now played by Goodall. Only tried to slap that one over the net, sent back by Spokane. We're tied 15-15 as we await Schaaf's next serve, played by Foster. Smith with the set, looking for Doer out of the backcourt. Gets that one played off the antenna by Spokane, and Pierce back in front by 1. Cabador ready to serve. 6'1 sophomore from Puyallup picks up the service ace as Schaaf was unable to center that pass, and that's going to draw a timeout from Spokane. Pierce up by 2. We'll be back after this timeout.
That honors your passion, hard work, and talent in every way. You can feel it in every panel, every element, every cut. Handmade for this very moment. For all that you put into the game, you should expect nothing less.
You're watching this broadcast on the NWAC Sports Network, powered by Blue Frame Technology. The NWAC Sports Network features live and on-demand championship footage, which is also available for download for just $10 each once the championship event has ended. So glad you have joined us or downloaded this broadcast. A fantastic tournament of volleyball wrapping up with one of these two teams as the 2019 NWAC Volleyball Champions. Cabador ready to serve out of the center of her backcourt. Her team leading 17-15. A defensive substitution now for Spokane. Now in the game, the 5'8 freshman from Wenatchee, number 8, Megan Wolf. Spokane looking to level this one back up. That one tipped and it catches the line, well placed, just out of the reach of the Raiders, and it's a side out point now for Spokane. Alina Gallagher set to serve. Gallagher plays that one back for Dorr. That one heads towards the backcourt. Pierce unable to track it down. Service ace for Gallagher. We're back tied, 17-17. Durr plays that one, now set by Smith. Left side for Foster. Foster again tries to one-hit that one back over the net. That one goes out of bounds. And now Alina Gallagher stringing some points together. Spokane on top, 18-17. Another ace. 19-17. A 2-point lead, the biggest lead Spokane has had since opening the match. 3-0. Back corner, well read by Durr, punched over by Foster. Brooklyn Reiner, her drive, played off of Hattie Smith, and now Spokane leads by 3, and that will draw a timeout from Pierce. We'll be back. Spokane up 20-17. The NWAC website, nwacsports.org, is powered by Presto Sports, the all-in-one sports technology platform to engage and delight your fans. Need a new website? Check out prestosports.com for more information. And Pierce, Spokane trading leads back and forth. Spokane now up by 3, 5 to go for the Sasquatch here in the first set. Gallagher's next serve. Played by Eberly. They go for Foster on the left side. Picked up by Schaaf. Quick set that time for McKenna Russell. And we're going to have Hattie Smith called for making contact with the net. A 4-point lead now for Spokane. Commodore plays that one up to Smith. Quick set for Corinne Ongley. Kept in play by Gallagher. Free ball dumped over by Lindsey Russell. Now the back set that time. Sydney Goodall with the kill. Goodall, the 5'9" sophomore from Arlington, Washington. Second team All-NWAC out of the West. As we see Abby Gunderson back on the floor to serve. Pierce trailing by 3. Sends that one long out of bounds. Side out point Spokane. They lead by 4. 3 to go for the Sasquatch. 3 matches yesterday in the elimination bracket for this Pierce Raider team. A tournament which has seen all number 1 seeds eventually make their way into the elimination bracket. Fantastic play by all of these NWAC squads during this tournament. There's the kill by Peyton Foster. Dangerous on that left side. Side out point for Pierce. A 3-point deficit now for the Raiders. The host school for the NWAC Volleyball Championship Tournament. McKenna Russell running to her right on that attack. That one tipped over by Foster. Back set for Russell. And McKenna puts that one down in the Pierce back row. 2 to go for Spokane with a 4-point lead. Back for Foster. That one tipped up in the net by Smith. Quick set by Hattie Smith that time. Now back set for McKenna Russell. There's another kill. And that will bring us, as you see the Spokane faithful who couldn't find a seat in the stands standing on their end of the court. We are at set point now for the Sasquatch. Megan Wolf puts it in play. Carly Lewis sends it forward. Miscommunication and it's dumped over by Commodore. Jordan Shaw clips the top of the net, touched by Carly Lewis, and that will get down. 25th point Spokane. The Sasquatch win the first set. Final score 25-19.
If we can see things for what they are, if we can see what they could be, if the plastic we use, we never throw away. If the end of one thing could be the beginning of the next. If we know that less can create more. If we can return, we reciprocate, we regenerate. If we are here for others, if we can work as a team, all we have to do is connect, and the world opens up. The future is about giving back.
And welcome back to Championship Sunday here at the Tacoma Convention Center. The first set in the books, and that's going to be a 25-19 for the Sasquatch. There we take a look at the Pierce Raider bench. Pierce looking to regroup. This a best 3 out of 5 match. The Sasquatch breaking their huddle, heading back out onto the floor. Spokane looking to claim their 10th overall title in the Northwest Athletic Conference. The Raiders looking for their first. For this next set, Pierce will be attacking from the near court in their blue tops. White numbers outlined by yellow. The Raiders in their gray tops. White numbers outlined by red. I'm guessing it's red, could be maroon. The R2 now checking the lineup, sends the libero for Spokane back out onto the floor. That's Alina Gallagher. And now Ainsley Eberly back out on the floor for the Raiders. Our first serve will be number 16, Lindsey Russell. From the right side of her backcourt. Sends that one over. Now it's Hattie Smith. A quick set for Corinne Ongley. Nice effort that time by the Sasquatch to keep it on the court. The first point of the set goes to the Raiders as Hattie Smith drops back to serve. Smith puts it in play. Megan Wolf sends it up. Quick set that time, catching the Raiders off guard. And a quick side out point back to Spokane, 1-1 early in set number 2. There's Jordan Schaaf. Second team all NWAC out of the East. Commodore on the back set, drives that one down inbounds. So teams trading side out points to start set number 2. A defensive substitution now for the Raiders as they bring in the 5'11 freshman out of Squim, number 28, Taylor Breckenridge, playing at the net. Commodore with her serve. That one by Akona Aleyu. Aleyu plays that one off of Eberly. And the side out point now goes back to Spokane, tied 2-2. Alina Gallagher from the center of her backcourt. The running jump serve clips the top of the net. Backs at that time. Sydney Goodall tried the soft tip. Now the Raiders set it up. That one smacked down by Breckenridge. And the side out point goes back to Pierce. Hard to figure out what's more impressive between these two teams. Spokane opening up with 22 straight wins. Only 2 losses during the regular season. And the Raiders, coming into this match, have only lost 16 sets all year, 13 during the regular season. Megan Wolf on the attack from the left side, blocked by Hannah Rongen. Now back for Breckenridge, tipped at the net by McKenna Russell. Back set, Brooklyn Ryder dumps it over. Tipped by Pierce at the net. That time, looking for Megan Wolf, and Megan Wolf gets the kill. The side out point back to the Sasquatch. 3-3 the score. Demary Sugg now ready to put it in play. Again, these two teams met during the preseason back on August 24th. Spokane winning 2-0 in a best of 3. Diving save by Commodore. Free ball dumped over by Breckenridge. And now that left side attack from Megan Wolf. So effective so far here in set number 2. This will be the first lead of the set for Spokane. Sugg now shifting over to the left side. Plays that one to Breckenridge. Back set, looking for Wolf. Commodore out of the back row, played by Sugg. Megan Wolf tips that one over. Both teams volleying at the net. Wolf played back by Smith. Now the back set running to her right. The attack from McKenna Russell. There's Breckenridge, played by Schaaf. Extended play on this point. Every single point mattering to both these teams. Nobody looking to give anything up, and that one goes into the net off of McKenna Russell. Uncharacteristic error that time by McKenna Russell as we see the next server for Pierce enter the floor. That's number 16, Carly Lewis. Lewis, the 5'7" sophomore from Maple Valley. That one tipped over by Lindsey Russell. Hattie Smith picks it up. Commodore dumps that one right in front of Gallagher. Sent back quickly by Breckenridge. And Megan Wolf picks up another kill. And with the side out point, Spokane back in front 5-4. Megan Wolf, her serve, flat-footed. played by Lewis. They go backcourt, punched over by Commodore. No problem for Sugg. And Shaw, her drive to the left, out of bounds. And a side-out point back to the Raiders. We're tied, 5-5. Peyton Foster. There in your screen, ready to serve from the left of her back court. That one played by Shaw, quickly punched over by Lindsey Russell. Commodore winds up, and that'll be a double hit violation. Not a lot Lindsey Russell could do with that one. She had the awkward angle as she played it the first time. Didn't get much elevation on it, and as she fell, it came straight back into her for the double hit. Pierce now up by one. Sugg plays that one. Knocked out of the back row by Shaw. Foster to Smith to Dorr. Wolf, the one touch back over the net. Back to Dorr. Blocked up front by Lindsey Russell. Back to Dorr. Blocked by Lindsey Russell. Back to Dorr. Took something off that one. Tremendous hitting and defense by both these teams. That one kept in play by Jordan Schaaf. Dumped over by Gallagher. At the front by Hannah Rongen, and Rongen wins the hard-fought point for the Raiders. A 2-point lead now for Spokane. Or check that, for Pierce. Rongen, the 6-foot freshman out of Olympia. Foster's next serve. Lindsey Russell sets that one back for her sister McKenna. Free ball dumped over by Durr. And McKenna Russell, she likes that attack running to her right. Goes up and gets that one almost like a hook shot. Usually good for at least a few points every set we've seen so far. Spokane now trailing by one as McKenna Russell puts it in play. Commodore with the kill that time. Both of these teams stacked with power hitters that can put it down almost at will wherever they choose. That time, Dorr splitting the defenders. Eberly Herser played into the front row, and that'll be out of bounds. A Pierce fan in the front row catching Damari Sugg. Once again, these stands are packed, standing room only here at the convention center. Blocked out of bounds off Aleyu. And Pierce now opening a 4-point lead, 10-6. That'll draw a timeout from Spokane. The score, Raiders 10, Spokane 6. We'll be back after this timeout. The NWAC Volleyball Championship Tournament. Many Pierce College staff and volunteers work hard to help make this event a success. Thank you, Pierce College. So many moving parts to put on one of these tournaments by the Northwest Athletic Conference. Pierce, fantastic with the volleyball tournament. Duncan Smith making sure everything is in place. As we come back out of the timeout, Pierce serving a 4-point lead. Ainsley Eberly now ready to serve. Again, the team leader in aces. Sugg plays that one forward to Lindsey Russell. They go left on the attack. Jordan Schaaf with the point. Side out for Spokane. 3-point deficit. If Spokane wins this match, the volleyball season is over with Spokane as the champion. If Pierce wins this match, we will go to another match, which will be best 2 out of 3. Commodore blocked up front by Brooklyn Reiner. Reiner, aside from a phenomenal blocker and a first-team All-NWAC player for Spokane, leads this Sasquatch squad with 351 kills during the regular season. Reiner punches that one into the back, played by Foster. Smith, a quick set for Only. That one for Aleyu, played off of Lewis. Free ball dumped over by Eberly, sent over by Lindsey Russell. Now Pierce with the quick set. Aleyu, her drive, picked up by the back row. And that one by Commodore out of bounds. And that will bring the Sasquatch within 1, 10-9 to Pierce lead. Hopefully you had an opportunity to make it out to the NWAC tournament at some point during the past 4 days. It looked like a little miscommunication between the two teams. The head coach of Pierce, Greg Fennell, co-coach of the year, making his case, and that will be a side-out point now back to the Raiders. Tipped over by Brooklyn Reiner. Now the set for Aleyu. Aleyu with the kill. Rolled that one right along the net. And down on the Raiders' side, side-out point, Sasquatch looking to tie this match up, or this set rather, but not going to be able to do so right there. Side-out point back to Pierce. Pierce, a 2-point lead, 12-10. Pierce looking to tie the match up at 1 set apiece. If you've been keeping track of this tournament, would certainly not be surprising if this one goes 5 sets. There's the service ace for Commodore. There's a good look at Durr. That one clips the top of the net. Amazing job trying to keep that one in play by Reiner. One of the hardest serves you'll ever try to return is when a power serve hits that net, loses all momentum, and just drops straight down because you're back trying to play that serve. Hard to get forward when that ball falls straight down. Only with the kill. Played that one off Lindsey Russell, and that will take us to 15 points and a timeout on the floor with Pierce leading 15-10. We'll be back. We would like to thank Adidas, the official apparel partner of the Northwest Athletic Conference. Together with Banner Athletics, Adidas has committed to sponsoring the NWAC Athletes of the Week and highlighting the champion teams with champion banners and t-shirts. Check out adidas.com for your latest footwear and apparel needs. We come back out of the timeout. Raiders a 5-point lead, 15-10. Commodore set to serve. There's the whistle from our R1. Phenomenal officiating crew in this one. Robin Buck on top of the stand in charge of the action. Breckenridge, her drive blocked. Raiders set it up again. Gallagher Plays that at an angle back to Schaff out of the back court. And unable to clear that time, Spokane. Initially looked to be blocked, but it did not clear the net, so a 6-point lead for the Raiders. Wolf plays that one, then they get it back to Wolf. That one blocked by Only. Kept in play, dumped over by Eberle. Gallagher steps up to take it. Back set for Aleyu. And that one's off Taylor Breckenridge. Side out point for the Sasquatch. 5 the deficit. Alina Gallagher ready to serve from the center of her backcourt. Plays that to Eberle. Up front for Only. Only's drive blocked by McKenna Russell. 4-point lead for the Raiders. Next serve from Gallagher. Played that one for Sydney Goodall. Only tries to right hand that one over the net, into the net. A 3-point lead. Pierce trying to hang on to the lead. Spokane quickly closing the gap. Only blocked by McKenna Russell. Lindsey Russell back set for Brooklyn Reiner. That one punched over by Sydney Goodall. And McKenna Russell with the attack just inside that right sideline. And a 2-point deficit now for the Sasquatch. Gallagher's next serve, played by Breckenridge. Now they go backcourt for Durr. And a slight slip that time by Lindsey Russell allows that one to get down. Side out point for the Raiders. Abby Gunderson now off the bench in the game, ready to serve. Schaaf sends that one to Lindsey Russell. That one set up for Brooklyn Reiner. Absolute boom. Right into the floor that time. And that'll be a side out point now for the Sasquatch as Demary Sugg now retreats to serve. We have a defensive substitution for the Raiders. Peyton Foster now back on the floor. Spokane only trailing by 2. Plays that one back to Foster. Back set that time for Goodall. Goodall, her drive picked up by Sugg. There's the attack from McKenna Russell. The line judge said it was out. The R2 called it tipped, so that will be a point for Spokane. They can tie this set up on this serve from Sugg. Foster to Smith, back to Foster. Along the top of the net. McKenna Russell tries a soft touch. Commodore does not. And that's a point for the Pierce Raiders. 18-16 is the Pierce lead. Carly Lewis now in to serve. Back set for McKenna Russell, running to her right. Blocked by Rongan. Back to Russell. Tipped at the net by Pierce. Peyton Foster, her drive blocked into the antenna by McKenna Russell. That'll be a point for the Raiders. They lead 19-16. 6 to go now for the Raiders. Looking to tie this matchup at 1 set apiece. Schaaf plays that one. Back set by Lindsey Russell. McKenna Russell now with the kill. Smack that one down into the backcourt. Side out point back to Spokane. Megan Wolf ready to serve just to the right of her backcourt, trailing by 2. Played by Eberle. Foster looking to set up Rongen just out of bounds. Once again, Sasquatch within one, 19-18. Durr plays that one. Addie Smith sets it back to Durr. McKenna Russell off the back row of Pierce. Peyton Foster looking for the sideline, played by Sugg. Wolf with the pass forward. Quick set from Lindsey Russell. Knocked out of bounds by Hannah Rongen. We're tied 19-19. Absolutely what you would expect from these two teams. Megan Wolf's next serve. Smith looking for Durr out of the back row. Peyton Foster, played by Gallagher. Good job by both these teams moving along the net. Durr out of the back row. Rongen screening. Lindsey Russell plays it towards the net. Wolf takes something off that attack. Foster, tough angle, quick set by Lindsey Russell. Great reaction by the Raiders. Hard fought point by these teams. And that one's going to be blocked out of bounds off of Peyton Foster. Spokane, once trailed by 6, they lead by 1, 2019. We'll be back right after this timeout.
And a good opportunity to build your skills. You just get more playing time, obviously, at a smaller school, and you have great competition, so it's just a lot more fun. It's good to play a lot. I think they're very competitive. A lot of people go off to universities and are like, this isn't really for me, and they come back to community colleges, so we get to play against those other athletes that decided to come back to their hometowns and play. Community is just so encouraging. They want to see you succeed, and it's just a very nice and positive atmosphere. My name is Macy Martin. I play volleyball at Centralia College, and
This champion broadcast is produced by Bates Technical College. The NWAC would like to thank the Bates students and staff for directing and producing the NWAC Volleyball Championship broadcast. Learn about the programs at Bates by visiting batestech.edu. As we come back out of the timeout, Spokane fighting back at one point, down by 5. Now they lead by 1 in this race to 25. Spokane will have the serve out of the timeout. Megan Wolf ready to put it in play. Again, Wolf, one of 2 players on this squad from Wenatchee. Eberle plays that one forward, and the drive from Cavadur out of bounds. 2 points, the Spokane advantage. Spokane with 2 of the more improbable wins during this tournament. They trailed 2-0 in back-to-back matches, coming back to win 3-2 against very tough teams, Treasure Valley and Lane. Teams tough at the net right now. Durr out of the back row, played by Wolf. Lindsey Russell sets for Schaaf. Schaaf puts that one down just inside the back line. A 3-point lead for Spokane, 3 to go. Again, 3 out of 5. If Spokane wins, they are champs. That one out of bounds. Service error. (22-20) the score. Pierce trailing by 2. A little housekeeping. Moisture on the sport court after a diving attempt. Peyton Foster ready to serve. 5'7" sophomore out of Graham Kapowson High School has that one played by Wolf. They go to McKenna Russell. That one off of Foster. That one caught her off guard. It looked like she was trying to get out of the way of it. Instead, steps right into it. And the point back to the Sasquatch. They lead by 3 with 2 to go. Cavadur blocked by Aleyu. 3 ball dumped over by Wolf. Cavadur again, soft touch that time. Picked up by McKenna Russell. Schaaf on the left side. Here's Peyton Foster out of the back row. And McKenna Russell plays that into the net. Side out point Raiders. A 2-point Spokane lead. As we see Ainsley Eberly come back onto the floor. Before she gets to serve, we're going to take a timeout. Spokane leading 23-21. We'll be back after this timeout. E-Team sponsors the official fundraising partner of the NWAC. To date, NWAC teams have raised over $750,000 to support their athletic programs. E-Team sponsor is proven to be the most efficient, effective, and risk-free fundraising system with 3 ways to reach supporters and 3 ways for them to give. Contact a local rep and view fundraised by school at eteamsponsor.com/NWAC. And here we are, late second set action. Spokane leading by 2. Pierce with the serve as Ainsley Eberly gets set to put it in play. There's the whistle from the R1. Here we go. Sugg plays that one to Lindsey Russell. Now for Schaaf on the drive. Cabador on the left side, blocked by Aleyu, and that one's down. Point Spokane. Set point Sasquatch. 24-21 as Lindsey Russell gets ready to serve. The R2 looks at the scorer's table, confirms that it is set point. Lindsey Russell puts it in play. Back set that time for Corinne Only, saved by Wolf. Reiner's drive blocked by Corinne Only. Side out point, back to Pierce. It remains set point for the Sasquatch, but the West's MVP now ready to serve. Corinne Only with that last block adding to her team leading total. She had 102 coming in to the tournament and picks up another one right there. Back-to-back blocks by Corinne Only. Raiders trail by 1, 24-23. Smith's next serve. Lindsey Russell for Reiner. Reiner puts it down. Point Spokane, and they will win the second set. Final score, Spokane 25, Pierce 23, and Spokane opens up a 2-0 set lead. We'll be back.
That honors your passion, hard work, and talent in every way. You can feel it in every panel, every element, every cut. Handmade for this very moment. For all that you put into the game, you should expect nothing less than perfection.
It's really been a good opportunity to build your skills. You just get more playing time, obviously, at a smaller school, and you have great competition, so it's just a lot more fun to get to play a lot. I think they're very competitive. A lot of people go off to universities and are like, this isn't really for me, and they come back to community colleges, so we get to play against those other athletes that decide to come back to their hometowns and play. Community is just so encouraging. They want to see you succeed, and it's just a very nice and positive atmosphere. My name is Macy Martin. I play volleyball at Centralia College, and I go boldly.
And the NWAC would like to thank Pierce College for hosting the NWAC Volleyball Championship Tournament. Many Pierce College staff and volunteers work hard to help make this event a success. Thank you Pierce College. Toledo Ticket Company is the official ticket and credential partner of the NWAC. Since 1910, Toledo Ticket has been a leading provider of ticketing solutions that are efficient, flexible, and keep businesses running smoothly. See their products at NWAC Championships, including credentials, lanyards, and wristbands. Find your ticketing solution at ToledoTicket.com. And we are back, ready for third set action. The first two sets of this best of five going to the Spokane Sasquatch. 25-19, 25-23. Now a must-win set for the Pierce Raiders. If Spokane wins this set, they will be the 2019 NWAC champions. If Pierce wins, we will go to a fourth set. On your broadcast screen, the Pierce Raiders will be attacking from the near court to the far court. R2 confirming both lineups now. The Pierce fans cheering on their team. The ball is in play now. Ainsley Eberly ready to serve. Fantastic support by the fans here for this championship match. Ainsley Eberly picking up the ace to open up this set. Eberly did that 45 times during the regular season and numerous times here during this championship tournament. That one played by Schaff, back set for Aleyu, blocked by Only. Again for Aleyu, that one blocked by Durr, but out of bounds. And the side out point for Spokane. Their defensive substitution bringing Brooklyn Reiner back into the match. There's our next server, Lindsey Russell, tying her shoe. Lindsey Russell, the MVP out of the East. 1,006 assists coming into this match. Commodore, a little bit of a softer touch from her. Now backs up for Reiner. Reiner, her drive picked up by Carly Lewis. Back to Durr now. Tipped up front by Aleyu. Brooklyn Reiner again. One-handed return by Lewis. Quick set for that backcourt. And a diving attempt by two Pierce players, but that one gets down. Spokane with a 2-1 lead. Great job that time by Lindsey Russell to read that Raider defense in transition. Commodore, nothing you can read about that. That one gets down. Pierce side out point. We're tied 2-2. And number 2 ready to serve, Hattie Smith. Wolf plays that now. Reiner on the attack. She'll pick up the kill. Spokane will be back up by 1, 3-2. Jordan Schaff ready to serve. Peyton Foster plays that to Smith. Quick set for Corinne Only. Only brings the house on that one. Picks up the kill, and we're tied 3-3. Commodore ready to serve. Commodore with her pre-serve bounces there. Sends that one back to Gallagher. Lindsey Russell back for Reiner. Reiner's drive tipped at the net. Now dumped over by Katie York. Katie York playing the left side of that net for the Raiders. And that will be a fourth hit, which is a no-no in volleyball. So the point to Spokane, they lead 4-3. Katie York on that left side, a 6'1" sophomore from University Place. Service error from the Spokane Libero. We're tied 4-4. Hannah Rongen back in the match for the Raiders, as is the next server, Abby Gunderson. Number 1 puts it in play, played by Shaw. Back, but kept back in. Free ball. Dumped over by Spokane. Back set that time. Sydney Goodall has her drive blocked. And a violation that time on the Raiders. And the side out point back to Spokane as they make a substitution, bringing in their next server as Demary Sugg. Spokane back up by 1, 5-4. Pierce must-win set for the Raiders. That one played by York. Quick set for Rongen. Rongen's drive picked up by Shaw. Punched over the time by Wolf. Wolf. Soft touch works that time. Spokane leads by 2, 6-4. Head coach Greg Pinnell pacing in front of the bench, communicating with his bench players. York sees her attack go off the antenna. 3-point lead now, 7-4. Sugg stringing together a couple of points for her team. Commodore to Smith, back to Dorr, out of bounds. Make it a 4-point lead for Spokane. And that will draw a timeout from Greg Fennell. Spokane up by 4, 8-4. We'll be back after this timeout. And welcome back to the 2019 NWAC Volleyball Championship Tournament. Spokane opening up a 4-point lead here in the third set. Demary Sugg ready to put the ball in play, sends that over to Commodore. Back set by Smith, looking for Goodall. And Goodall will get the kill. And the side out point goes to the Raiders. They trail by 3. Carly Lewis ready to serve. Lewis from the right side of her backcourt. Punched back in play by the Sasquatch, then dumped over free ball. Katie York has her drive blocked. It was headed out of bounds, but caught York on the shoulder. As we take a look at head coach Jenny Hull of Spokane. Side out point back to the Sasquatch. Megan Wolf with that serve. Tough angle and not a lot Katie York could do with that one. 10-5 lead now for Spokane. That one in the net. Side out point, Pierce. A substitution in the game, ready to serve, wearing number 14, Peyton Foster. Pierce needing Foster to string together some points right here. Keep this set close. Tipped over by McKenna Russell. Dumped over that time by Eberly. Cross court for Schaaf. Schaaf blocked by Smith. Back to Schaaf. That one picked up by Commodore. And now Durr on the left side picks up the kill. Well struck ball as she splits the Spokane defense. A 3-point lead now for the Sasquatch. The next serve from Foster. Played by Gallagher. Now for McKenna Russell. Foster into the splits to try to save that one. Sees that one go like a rocket off to her left. Side out point for Spokane. McKenna Russell puts it in play. Foster out of the back row. Kept in by Sugg. Tipped over by Schaff. Blocked by Hattie Smith. So now a side out point back to Pierce. Two great volleyball teams working hard here in the third set. Pierce trailing by 3 as Ainsley Eberle gets ready to serve. Quick set by Lindsey Russell. Commodore tipped at the net by Aleyu and goes out of bounds off Eberle. So the side out point now back to Spokane. A 4-point lead. Lindsey Russell ready to serve. There's Lindsey Russell, one of the 3 Russell sisters. Triplets on this team for Spokane. That one punched into the back row by Dorr. Aleyu, her drive blocked. Commodore has her drive blocked by Aleyu. A 5-point lead for Spokane. 13-8. Foster plays that to Smith. Corinne Only plays that one out of bounds, but it's going to be tipped by Spokane. That'll be a side out point for Pierce. Just catching one of the Spokane defenders. So well struck and placed by Only. Pierce trailing by 4. Hattie Smith now ready to serve. Back set for Aleyu. Gets down inbounds after being touched by Commodore. Jordan Schaff ready to serve. A 5-point lead still, 14-9. Sydney Goodall plays that forward. Then the attack by Only. And Spokane wins the point. We reached 15. They lead by 6, 15-9. We'll be back after this timeout.
That honors your passion, hard work, and talent in every way. You can feel it in every panel, every element, every cut. Handmade for this very moment. For all that you put into the game, you should expect nothing less.
Centralia College is your college for associate degrees, bachelor degrees, and job training. Apply now to get a jump on classes and financial aid. Application is easy and free. Visit centralia.edu for details. Centralia College, go boldly. There's a shot of the Pierce bench. They trail by 6. 15-9 at the break. A must-win set for the Raiders. Raider faithful, Spokane faithful, both of these teams able to put together points in bunches as Jordan Schaff gets ready to serve. Goodall plays that one ahead for Smith. Attacked out of the back row by Only, blocked by Aleyu. That seems to be a theme in this match. Akon Aleyu, the 6'1 freshman from Spokane, team leader in blocks, adding to her statistics here in this match. Back set for Commodore. Commodore sends it out of bounds. An 8-point lead for Spokane. 8 to go. Played by Goodall. Only has that one Played out of bounds by Spokane. Side out point for the Raiders. Commodore ready to serve. Trailing by a touchdown, 17-10. Durr's serve, played by Gallagher. Great play at the net by York that time. Spokane regroups, sends it back over to the Raiders. Back set. And Sidney Goodall picks up the point off the Spokane defense. Pierce looking to put a few together right here. Commodore in the net. And that's side out point. Spokane back in front by 7, 18-11. Alina Gallagher ready to serve from the center of her backcourt. Spokane libero puts it in play. Punched over by Sidney Goodall. And McKenna Russell plays that one right between Commodore and Hattie Smith. Point Spokane. They lead by 8, 19-11. Alina Gallagher ready. Plays that back to Everly. Heads towards out of bounds. Kept back in by Goodall. Free ball back to Spokane. Quick set from Lindsey Russell. And that's another point for Spokane. 20-11. They lead by 9. Timeout taken by Pierce. And we're going to be back after this message from Blue Frame Technology. Find success at Pierce College, selected as one of the top 5 best community colleges in the nation. Pierce College offers more than 60 programs of study. Get started today at one of the nation's premier community colleges. Apply at pierce.ctc.edu. Pierce College, possibilities realized. As we return to action, 5 to go for Spokane as they look for their 10th NWAC title. They lead by 9. That one out of bounds. Side out point for the Raiders. Like to thank the students and staffs from Bates Technical College. Bates working hard putting together these broadcasts for the NWAC Volleyball Championship Tournament. A great job by everyone from Bates. Sent over by York. Back set for Brooklyn Reiner. Goodall with the left-handed lob. Soft touch that time from McKenna Russell. Just like that now. 4 to go for Spokane. 21-12. Time not on the side of the Pierce Raiders. Demary Sugg ready to serve. Pierce not in a position to trade side out points. They need to put together an extended rally to force this match to another set and keep the season alive. Hattie Smith with the kill. That'll be a side out point for the Raiders. Carly Lewis back on to serve now. 8-point lead for Spokane. That one played by Gallagher out of the back row. Quick set, McKenna Russell. McKenna Russell with the kill right between 2 Pierce blockers. 22-13. Megan Wolf ready to serve. Commodore plays that one under the net. Point Spokane. Sasquatch lead by 10. 23-13. Two to go for Spokane. That one played up by Dorr. Free ball dumped over by Eberly. Back set for McKenna Russell. Played off of Lewis. Now Foster on the left side. Picked up by Sugg. Back to McKenna Russell. Dorr saves that one. Back to Foster. Foster drives that one off of McKenna Russell. Side out point. Raiders. Pierce trailing by 9. Peyton Foster, the next server. Smacks that one into the Sasquatch back row. Quick set from Lewis, and that will take the Spokane Sasquatch on the side out point to championship point. Be sure you stick around after this match as the Raiders put in the 5'8" sophomore from Benton City, Washington, Mahala Edwards, to serve. And Edwards picks up the ace. The 25th point goes to the Spokane Sasquatch. They win the third set, 25-14, and the Pierce Raiders are the second place team in the NWAC tournament. Your 2019 NWAC championship team is the Spokane Sasquatch. Spokane and Pierce meeting at the net. Great season by both of these teams. Pierce will finish 38-4 on the year, second place team. Spokane advances to 36-2. as they will be crowned NWAC champions. Stick around for the trophy presentation. At center court, setting that up, the Director of Operations, Allie Young, for the NWAC, along with the Executive Director, Marco Azurdia, and the Athletic Director from Pierce College, the host school for the 2019 Championship Tournament, Duncan Stevenson, with Raider Athletics. We'll get the trophy presentation underway in a few minutes. Pierce meeting on their side of the net, Spokane on their side of the net. Both these teams soaking this in right here. You know, the Raider team is heartbroken, but a fantastic season put together by this Pierce squad. An absolutely amazing job. And now it looks like Marco Azurdia is ready to present the second place trophy. The Sports Information Director from the NWAC, Tracy Swisher, taking pictures as the captains of the Raiders claim the second place trophy. That's Peyton Foster and Hattie Smith. And now the rest of the Raider team coming out to have their picture taken with the second place trophy. Richard Scott from Baden Sports here to help with the trophy presentation. Baden, of course, the official volleyball provider of the NWAC tournament. And there's Pierce heading back to their bench, their quest for their first title will be delayed at least one more year as they finish this tournament in second place. 3-0 the final score here in the championship match. The NWAC staff setting up the table for the championship trophy presentation. They call the captains of the Sasquatch forward to claim the trophy. The team, as a team, comes forward. They will be presented with the championship banner and the tournament bracket. Following the trophy presentation, we will have the individual awards, including the naming of the all-tournament team, and we will have an interview with the tournament MVP. Spokane wrapping up their 42nd appearance with their 10th title. They are now 126-62 all-time in the NWAC tournament. Pierce falling to 18-36 all-time in NWAC tournament play. Now they're going to call the players forward one at a time to pick up their individual awards. So congratulations to Kendra Pope, Kylie Turner, Brooklyn Reiner, Cheyenne Rapp, Jordan Schaff, Megan Wolf, Annika Cotter, number 11, Akon Aleyu, Alina Gallagher, Allison Russell, Demary Sugg, McKenna Russell, Lindsay Russell, Gabby Edwards, and Mahala Edwards. Teams getting their individual trophies along with their championship t-shirts. Also, congratulations to the coaching staff of the Spokane Sasquatch. Head coach Jenny Hull, Kayla Straw, Kaylee Santos, and Madison Shue, orchestrating this title beginning way back in August with the preseason tournaments. The individual awards for the all-tournament team coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, your tournament MVP from the Spokane Sasquatch, Lindsay Russell!
As Lindsay Russell wins the NWAC Tournament MVP award. Lindsay also the East Region All-NWAC MVP. Lindsay Russell also winning the Baden Player of the Year award, capping off a phenomenal season. We're going to try and get a word with Lindsay Russell. Jenny Hull winning the Baden Coach of the Year award. And we're going to try and get Lindsay Russell over for a brief interview, celebrating with her team in front of the championship tournament bracket and their new championship banner, which will hang in their gym commemorating this phenomenal 36-2 championship season. That far court surrounded by Spokane family and fans. Both of these schools having a good student population come over and support their teams as well. Plenty of camera phones out. Want to thank you for tuning in to the NWAC 2019 Volleyball Tournament. It's been a phenomenal run. This year won by the number 2 seed out of the East, Pierce. Played tough all tournament long. They were the last remaining number 1 seed. A tournament that saw a number 1 seed eliminated the first day of the tournament. Seeding almost not seeming to matter this tournament. Anyone could have won any match. So many of the elimination bracket matches went to a tie-breaking set. A lot of volleyball played here at the Tacoma Convention Center. And now making her way to the Adidas NWAC post-game interview from the Spokane Sasquatch, the 6'1" sophomore, the MVP of the East Region, the MVP of the tournament, and the Baden Player of the Year. We have number 16, Lindsay Russell. Lindsay, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Let's talk about this tournament. Undefeated all the way through it. You guys twice trailed by 2 sets, came back and won both of those sets. Took out the number 1 seed out of the West right here in 3 straight sets.
Yeah.
What a performance.
Thank you. Yeah, it was really fun. Just one last go around with the team, and I'm just so excited for us. We really worked hard, and we had the heart to come back through those last 2 games where we were down 2. Like, that wasn't us. We knew that we could come back and perform in this championship game and take a win.
So now let's talk about the first time when you guys were down 2-0 to Treasure Valley. You came back and won. It happened again the next match. You went down 2-0. Did you guys at any point doubt that this was going to be the end result?
I didn't. I knew all the way, like, this team just performs amazing together, and we deserve it for all our fans that came and watched and for everyone in Spokane. Like, we deserve this through everything we've been through, and we work hard, and I definitely knew that we would come out on top.
So now you are on this team with 2 of your sisters.
Yes.
You guys also have the Edwards twins.
Yes.
Tell us about the chemistry that this team has. There's got to be a lot of familiarity, a lot of chemistry. What was it like playing with your sisters and playing on a team that had triplets and twins?
It started freshman year because we're all sophomores, and we knew that we would all work well together because we've all lived together and stuff like that. And it's been amazing playing with my sisters because we thought out of high school that maybe we wouldn't get to play together. But since Jenny gave us that chance, we've had these last 2 years to just come and win, and it's been really fun playing with them. I love them so much, and I wouldn't want it any other way.
Now, you guys started this journey way back in August. You started the season with 22 straight wins.
Yeah.
Before finally dropping to North Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
What was that run like? 22 straight wins. That's incredible in any sport at any level.
Thank you. Yeah, it was fun. Like, we knew that we had to play hard because we had a target on our back from being undefeated last season, and then going 22 games was super exciting. We were not surprised, but we were like, geez, we just keep winning. And then when we lost, it was okay. Like, we needed that loss to put fire in us, and it was good. So it was fun.
Well, fire indeed. You guys are the 2019 Northwest Athletic Conference Volleyball Championship. Congratulations on a heck of a season,
Thank you.
heck of a career at Spokane.
Thank you.
Best wishes to you and your sisters. Congratulations. We're going to let you go celebrate with your team.
Thank you so much.
And the final here on court number 1, the Spokane Sasquatch defeating the Pierce Raiders 3-0. They are the 2019 NWAC Volleyball Champions. And from the Tacoma Convention Center, that will conclude the championship tournament. Thank you to Pierce College. Thank you to Bates Technical College for all their direction and production work. From the Convention Center, thank you for joining us.